Hey everyone. Donna, you're watching. It's been a really busy month so far, and I get drained pretty quick. So, um, we're just going to kick it off with a water blessing. Everyone, all the people that are watching, grab a glass of water. General water blessing, left hand over the water. In a second, you'll feel the energy running down through your hand into the water. At that point, you want to put your attention on the water and repeat the words out loud. I honor the space in which you exist. Energy flow will increase through your hand into the water. Mine's got a pretty cool reflection going on right there. That's pretty cool. Bottoms up. There's a lot of stuff I want to go over. But first, I want to talk about Karen Loran's pyramid. And I know I did an MDM video on this thing, but it's unbelievable. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I mean, it's just cool, and it just gives off an amazing energy. And it's one of the few pieces that I actually allow into my inner sanctum, which is my office, where the magic really happens and ideas flow. But this has been extremely helpful. If you haven't already, Karen's a Facebook friend, and on the bottom of the MDM minute I did yesterday is her contact information. You can just call her or text her, she said. And again, just gives off really awesome energy. It's a good piece to have when you're working, at least for me anyways. It kind of keeps the space clear and keeps me balanced. So yesterday I decided to release the first public beta of TheSourxe 5, and the original intent was to limit it to 3 days, which it still is, and the first 500 downloads. We got well over 600 downloads in 20 hours, and at that point I just shut it down because that's a lot. And the feedback from people is starting to filter in. Now, the beta that I released of TheSourxe 5 is just that, it's beta code. It's not fine tuned yet. It's still buggy in some capacities, and it's not that high polish that you're used to from me. That'll be coming in the later October time frame. Don't have price points on it yet, but I will eventually. Um, you can use it as much as you want until Friday. Friday it shuts down. I posted one testimonial that I got via email before, and I put it up there, and it was pretty wild. And then Karen Can sent me a YouTube video, which I'll post later tonight or tomorrow, about herself winning $1,000. So her intent was to manifest $1,000 within a day. She did the intent, I guess, last night, and today the money showed up. She's waving $100 bills. It was funny. So, the this the source for the sorry the source for yeah the source for was an amazing upgrade to the product line in that particular lineage, and this the source 5 takes it takes it to an entirely new level. It's it's almost manifestation on demand. I still hold to my guns that things will happen within 72 hours, but clearly things are happening much faster for people, and that's cool. That's what the beta is for. It gives me, if you guys find bugs, that's good. If you don't find any, even better. And there's been some really good ones. Like I spelled the word maroon wrong. I mean, I'm notorious for spelling things wrong because I think faster than I can write, and I get stuff wrong all the time. But it was good that she caught that. No major bugs, nothing reported. The download, the installer worked great as anticipated, and I just hope you guys are enjoying a little taste of what the final product is going to deliver, because The Source 5 is going to be the most anticipated launch I have ever done. The demand is through the ceiling for this product, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of it takes a lot out of you to develop a product like that, stand behind it, and get it out in the world, and have the fortitude and the forward thinking to get it out. So that's out. The beta's out. It's unprecedented. I expected 50 downloads. Had to shut it down. It was killing the server, file server that we use, and it was well over 600. We shut it down. So use it. You have 3 more days, 2 more days to use it. The concept behind it is very, very simple. It's very easy to use. It's intuitive. You can move the symbols around, 9 symbols of creation in my reality. These 9 symbols allow you to create the reality that you want. They program the water with your manifestation. Into the water it goes. You drink the water, it comes out of the body on energetic waves. They create the point and shield them so there's doubt or worry. It doesn't matter. It just comes into play. Your manifestation comes out. The Source 4 was a huge quantum leap in the technology. The Source 5 is taking it to the nth level once again. Each time I think, how can I make this better? How can I outdo myself in what I did? Source gives me what I need, and here it is. It's out in the world, and people are manifesting already with it. The first time I did a public beta, I didn't release any source code. We did a YouTube video, and I did 1 or 2 manifestations on it. And people wound up not buying the program. They went to the YouTube video and used that to what they manifested. Whatever, it was fine. The Source 5 will be very, very competitively priced with the other product line, the others in the product line. But, we have a lot of products still coming. I just had a conversation today with my engineering guy and the engineering team that works on the products that I'm having built, and I should have samples of the HFA Plus within 2 weeks, which means I'll be doing some videos around that. And believe me, if you think the HFA is amazing, wait till you see this one. This is going to be over the top. And then the HFA Mini, I got the engineering schematics for that. That is definitely coming. I'll sign off on that probably tomorrow. And I should have some samples by the end of October for that. And then we're going to go ahead and release that into the world as well. So a lot of stuff coming. Next year is going to be a slight slowdown in the software. You're not going to see Source 6 and Aquaware 6, any of that. It's going to be a couple years before I get to it. In the bane of my existence for over 10 years. And honestly, folks, I'm tired of I'm just tired of it. And I need to switch it up a little bit and diversify the product line. And that's going to happen with the HFA line and what comes after. Now, next year, you're going to see something you've never seen in the world. A couple days ago, I was in one of these stores and getting an idea of bracelets that they have out there. And they sell anywhere from $18 to I think almost $50. And they have the word love on it and some other stuff, and they're cheap, they're flimsy, and they sell like hotcakes. So, that was more of a scouting party. Today I had a conference call with the my engineering guy again, and what you're going to see in the first or second quarter next year is unlike anything you've ever seen before. I call it the project name is called the Intention Bracelet, but it's much, much more than that. Originally, the original school of thought was to have a bracelet out there that you could program with what you wanted. And as I looked at the mechanics of that, it actually diminishes, first and foremost, the power that it would output and the ability to deliver what I wanted to deliver. And when I create something and put it out in the world, it has to be exactly as advertised. So this idea was born to make a line of jewelry, not fashionable jewelry, just something. The the line of jewelry, it'll be bracelets. It'll probably be a couple different chains, possibly an anklet bracelet. But the idea is, the whatever the piece of jewelry is going to be, it's a unit. Okay, it's part of a machine, and the intentions are actually going to be modules that you can plug into the bracelet, the necklace, maybe the ankle bracelet, or different types of bracelets. I don't know yet. We're still kind of scoping it out and coming up with ideas, but they'll be modular. Okay, so let's just say you purchase the bracelet. It'll come with a some intent, and then you'll have the ability to buy different intents, and they'll be magnetically sealed or glass. But however I design it, believe me, it'll be unlike anything you've ever seen, and the power output from it will be what you're used to me delivering in products and services. And no doubt, it'll rock you. Um, the we sold out of the HFAs in 24 hours. Gone. There's more coming. They'll be here pretty soon. That was unprecedented. I didn't expect that to happen, but it did. And they were buying them in two, three, even six at a time. I mean, they were just gone. And the feedback is starting to come in on the HFA, harmonic field amplifier. And when you just things and you get them into the world, I thrive on the feedback that comes back. So again, part of the reason I put the Source 5 beta out there was because I want feedback. I want to know how it's affecting you. I want to know if it's not working. The more feedback I can garner from all of you, the more I can fine tune it, polish it, and get it ready, in when it's ready to be released. So, anyways, with that said, I want to do the Source 5 has been worked on the last couple days, and I have tuned it up even more. I want to do another test with everybody now. So, if you will, I'll go get a glass of water. We'll have a little bit of fun quickly. Okay, we will do. Let's just do a manifestation for money. I mean, just why beat around the bush with all the semantics? Let's just rock it with cash. So I'll give everybody another minute. I know there's a delay on the Facebook Live to get a glass of water. The 10 presets are in there. I might fine tune them a little bit more. The presets are never, at least in the Source 4, the presets never had any definition to them. And I did that on purpose because I know they work, and I just wanted to have people kind of shake it up a little bit. Now, with that said, not in the manual, but only by word of mouth, 7 was attuned for abundance. Preset 7 in the Source 4. The Source 5, I haven't determined what's what yet. I might apply presets to it. I don't know. We'll see. But the 8 that were created are very, very strong, and they work very, very wonderfully. So tonight we're going to use preset 8 just for cash flow. Simple, straight to the point. Donna's saying wait. All right, well, go get your water. I got mine. So again, folks, you know the drill. If you have the beta, you know how it works. Where you put your attention, your manifestation will follow. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Entering the Source 5 now. Just put your attention on your water. This is just about cash flow. Getting some more money in your pocket quickly. And we are almost done. We are done. Everyone go ahead and drink their water. That one tastes good. So I hope you guys are all enjoying the MDM minutes. I'm having a ball doing these. It's really a good way for me to transfer knowledge. And you know, I'm purposely I'm purposely staying away from products in the video, in the MDM minutes, because I want it to be more about knowledge transfer. I have over a decade of accumulated knowledge in the field that I play in, and I've learned an immense amount. I've got a lot of knowledge, and it took me a little while to really understand that in order for the real learning to begin, you have to unlearn everything you ever learned. And so what does that mean? So if you take the world as it exists today, and you draw a linear line in your head, and you put a 0 right in the middle, that's a 0 point. And this is going to look backwards, but everything to the left of that line is the world as it exists today. Fear, greed, loathing, envy, vanity, all the seven sins, and that fear. Who talks to their neighbors? Think about it, right? Everything to the right of the line is a loving world, a world as it should have been and is slowly waking up to again. And in order, as you vibrate higher and higher, you move towards that 0 point. And eventually you pierce the membrane, or you get pulled through, or you're brought through. And on the other side, you see the world very, very differently. And I had some great examples I wrote a couple years ago. I forget where they are, but that is just it. So we're going to be doing another series of workshops in the November timeframe called the Higher Octaves, and it's going to be 4 classes, and the framework is still being written. I'll get to finishing it hopefully this week or next week, and then we'll get it out there to you guys. And it's all about raising your vibration first and foremost. There's not going to be so much teachings about concepts and energy and sacred geometry. This is going to be just hardcore energy work. Hardcore. And, there's a lot of people out there that think they're awake. There's a lot of people out there that think they know what awake means. There's a lot of people that think they're enlightened, and the list of shit just goes on and on and on and on and on. And I just feel very, very compelled to show people what a true wake-up experience is. They're unique to the individual. They're very, very powerful. You bring, when you wake up, you raise the vibration, not only yourself, you raise the vibration of everyone around you. And the Higher Octaves course is are just going to be really hardcore energy work. They're going to be me taking you through the motions on a. We're gonna have a lot more people in these, and they're not going to be as small, intimate as the master classes were. I'm doing that on purpose because I really want to beauty and what can be created and brought to the world in these courses. And over the course of 4 courses, you have source, and then you have rings outside source. We'll start around the fourth ring, and during each course, we'll bring you closer to source. And then the last course, we'll pull you through the membrane. We'll have you pierce the veil. And the first time you really open your eyes on the other side of the veil, you see the world as it is. I make comments all the time about the cartoon characters, about changing it up, reacting to your reality, you know, um, creating your reality. Your reality is a reflection of what you're outputting, and that knowledge transfer is happening in the MDM minutes. But I see the world very, very differently than I did before my wake up experience. Before my wake up experience, I was conceited. I was an asshole. I still am sometimes. I've learned a lot since then. And after my wake up experience, it's like you see the whole world in black and white your whole life, and then one day, at the speed of thought, you just see the world in 3D color, high def, and everything changed at the speed of thought for me. I didn't know the world existed the way it did. If you told me back in the summer of 2004 I would be doing this today, I'd say you're out of your mind. Well, here I am, and it just keeps getting better. This year, the expansion of the product line and the diversity of what we're doing is unprecedented in my entire history of doing this. We are really pushing the envelope on all fronts of what's possible, and the word's starting to seep out. I'm getting more emails. My phone just doesn't stop, but it's all good. It's all good. I mean, I get exactly what I need when I need it, and if I can't handle it, it's not delivered. So the universe has got my back, and it's giving me exactly what I need to help all of you in ways that I can. So the higher octaves is going to be about pulling you through the membrane and showing you what being awake really is. You're not going to grow angel wings in a halo. I still have a potty mouth. I'm trying to clean stuff up here and there where I can, but I am the poster child for a lot of the coming changes, and to some extent, I am a rebel. I don't conform to the new age and love and light movement, and I never have, because it's my personal opinion that they don't vibrate. They use the universal energy of objects that do vibrate to conceal the level or the octave or the frequency that they're vibrating at. Me, what you see is what you get. I'm authentic. I come across sometimes as a hard ass. Sometimes I don't answer people's emails, but at the end of the day, I'm really pushing the envelope on all fronts, and it's tough. And I sometimes I get to everybody, and sometimes I can't. And to just mentally balance what I do day in day out is hard. And it's interesting. I'm going to be doing an interesting video in the morning or tomorrow afternoon, talking about body, mind, and spirit. And it's I'm sorry, I have a question. Hang on one second. Um, so the question is, can you come through the veil and still be the same person? The answer is no. Why? Your thoughts, your memory, your experiences are all intact, completely 100%. But your perception of reality is altered forever. And there's many, many times that I want to just go back to sleep. I just want to go back to bed. And you can't, because once you've moved your consciousness to that higher vibe, you can't go back to where you came from. It's impossible. So yeah, you do get changed. Am I at a higher consciousness level? I don't know. I mean, what does that mean? I don't know. I get brilliant ideas, and at least I think they're brilliant. And it's okay to have a brilliant idea, but if you don't act on it, you're not giving it. It doesn't exist. To have a brilliant idea and trust so much in the process that you'll fulfill that dream and bring it into fruition takes a leap of faith. And once I woke up, I had all the faith I needed, because had I gone insane, I was better off being where I was at than where I came from. And so, yeah, that just, once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep, and you're not the same anymore, ever. But the place where you're is amazing. You gotta be, doesn't mean there isn't enough room for higher conscious. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what higher consciousness means, because, my mission here is to help you guys, and I will do that by any and all means at my disposal. Is that a higher consciousness? I don't know. I'm a lot different than before I woke up. Yep, I'll tell you that. I've been given an awesome set of tools to help all of you in ways that only I can. And, through those minutes, I'm teaching you slowly and easily in a relaxed setting, even doing this in a relaxed setting. We don't have the lighting and Donna, well, she's on Skype with me. But we don't have, the people, and I have time to answer questions. I'm real easy to get a hold of. You can just call the 800 number, and most of the time I'll pick up if I'm around. Otherwise, it'll get forwarded. All right. Well, there's a lot of questions, I guess, about higher consciousness. I don't believe in the textbook definition of higher consciousness. I believe you can enlighten yourself along a path, and I did a whole MDM minute around this. That higher consciousness, that enlightenment, is a path that you follow. It's a little acts of kindness that you do. It's things that you do to help people in the world, and you try and learn new things every day, and you try and better yourself as a person every day. If you have a bad habit, maybe you cut down on it the next day, and you learn from your experience, and that avalanches or perpetuates into an idea, and then that idea takes shape and sets and grows, and you've changed it. Well, you've just become a higher consciousness. The higher consciousness is just higher levels of octave. It's being more in love with everything around you. It's wanting to help people more. It's there's a lot. It's really hard to explain. You just have to really experience it. And I will share with you, though, that once you are in those higher octaves, you are given more information about certain things, whatever it is. And information comes in any way that your human mind can understand it. I get huge information dumps in the shower. I get a lot of great information in the shower for some reason. And those ideas, when they come, and they can be amazing. I really don't know what the hell I'm talking about tonight, but I'm just trying to hold it together for a few more minutes. So if any of you wanna play with any of the tech or ask me any questions, just let me know. Again, we kind of covered, a lot of the things that are coming, a lot of the things that we're doing. If you had an experience with the Source 5 beta that you would like to share, send me a 30-second or a 1-minute video testimonial, and you'll get 25% off the product when it comes out. I'm really big with giving discounts, but those discounts are not generally just not given freely. I would expect that if you had an experience, you would share it with us in the form of video. The brain processes video 65,000 times faster than written words, so we're moving everything to it. And yeah, we just really need that. So I'm out of gas here, folks. I don't know what else to talk about. This is our third live Facebook Live. I've committed to doing one more next week, and then we'll get together with everybody and we'll kind of talk about the pros and the cons and see if we want to continue. You know, if you're interactive with me and you want to know stuff, I'll continue them. If I'm just going to sit here and blah 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 for an hour on a Tuesday night, I'm just not going to do it. It's not worth my time. Um, so, anyways, that's all I got to say. Thank you for joining, and just keep an eye out for the really cool stuff coming. Thank you.